I shot a lot of footage, and when I went to edit, it informed itself. Many pieces got put to the side, and other pieces were brought in. Pieces that I felt that it needed, that I hadn't shot, I'd go back and shoot. And then the soundtrack. The sound to me is always so vital. It's so important. It's an equal player besides the visual images. And this film, for me, really has a lot of sound design in it. And it actually only has 2 pieces of music I composed. It didn't really need music per se. It just needed sound, which would create depth.
I've always been inspired to create something in order to press and someone get a date or a loved one or so on. And of course that kind of translates to basically all my social interactions. So this film perfectly illustrates that frustration.
It ebbs and flows, I guess. Start out high energy, usually hit rock bottom around like the 5th all-nighter or so. But this project was a lot of fun to work on, so I was pretty enthusiastic all the way through.
I think I tried to do something different in every piece. And this one, this year I started exploring more doing paper puppets, doing puppets out of paper. And so this was kind of I don't know if it was a breakthrough, but it was just kind of making it real simple. So the technique is kind of using ink on paper, brush and nibs like I'm making a comic. And then I use some color too. I use some colored pencils, to kind of give the character some color as well. Maybe not the sheep, but the wolf in particular.
I guess I got my drawing from my dad, who was like my role model for that. He was a teacher, so he kind of inspired me to go ahead with this art career.
I went to MCAD in 2008 for about 4 years, and I just recently graduated in 2012. And now I'm currently working as a video production manager for a healthcare marketing company, and occasionally doing PA jobs on the side for Best Buy and Target.
A narrative film, people always feel that they have to kind of parrot what the story is about and say that. But in an experimental film, people can bring more of their own POV into it. And every time a viewer looks at it, it's going to provoke emotions in them that it's not going to provoke in someone else. And so it's really good. Some people are a little startled by it. They think it's dark. On the other hand, other people just marvel at the visuals. That's the great thing about experimental film. It just provokes a different feeling and a different emotion from the viewer, each individual viewer.
At first I made it and I thought, okay, this is just something I'm doing for myself, and I'm probably not even going to do it. I'm not going to send it to MNTV or anything like that. But then, I mean, like, it resonated stronger than any other thing I've done lately, and maybe because it was so personal, and because a lot of people had experienced that kind of thing that I experienced, and kind of felt that analogy, because it was a very simple piece and something I did kind of quickly, and so audience reaction helped me to decide that, okay, this is something I do want to send out. And it's been at a few film festivals, and it's been, I think, the times that I was there, it went over really well, and it was fun for me to kind of help to process the whole thing that's happened to me, and doing it with a crowd of people is always a fun. It's not a fun thing, but I mean it's a powerful thing. It's something that helps you develop. I mean, I recommend it to everyone. Everyone has something bad happen to them. They should make a film about it and then show it to people, and then kind of share that process. And hopefully it's something that other people can get something out of too.
Usually animation is 12 frames a second, so that's 12 drawings for every second of animation. Generally, I cut a few corners, but that's pretty much how I did that. And it's all hand-drawn in the computer. I had some help animating from my friend Christopher Johnson and Tommy Tagazawa, so they helped out on some secondary animation, and basically I did everything in the computer on a Wacom tablet.
The Minnesota film community is a very tight-knit one. Whenever I work on a project, I always recognize one person that I've worked with on another film set or commercial set. So it feels like a family almost.